Alright, do another little quick update. Roommate ran to get us some lunch, so taking a break here in a sec. But finished up grinding these to where I'm satisfied with them. A couple little spots like this one here that didn't come out perfect, but won't show anyways. This side came out a little better. This stuff from is just dirt where I haven't wax grease removed them. I just kind of scuffed them with the Scotch-Brite. And the places that do have primer, like here, are the seams, which I did wax grease remove. But these came out satisfactory. Very few pitting areas. Thought it was a weld spatter, a little blob of primer. Yeah, a couple little pinholes like right here. But overall, I'm happy. They're blended in pretty good. And everywhere where there was a seam, I used an acid brush and pushed it into the seam. Just one of these little doodads. You can get a pack of these off Amazon, like a ton of them for like $5 or $10. Very worth it. By the way, if anybody uses these, you've got 36 grit, 60 grit, and 80 grit. Don't waste your money buying them at Harbor Freight. These are 50 packs that I got for $10 off of Amazon. I wish I would have known that way back when. I think Harbor Freight sells them for like $5 for $6 or some shit. It's ridiculous. Anyways, all the seams are primered. Well, obviously I missed one. Gotta come back and get that. Got this side. Didn't come back and get this side. Got it on the other one though. But anyways, all seamed up. I'm gonna eat lunch, come back, wax grease remove, spray, and everything from the firewall and cowl forward will be sprayed along with these lower cowl panels. I need to wipe up that drip. And I'm gonna take this tape off and spray this, and I'm gonna go ahead and epoxy the top of the dash too, just for the hell of it. I etched it or scuffed it with the Scotch-Brite. This side I got all this is seamed up. And these panels came out satisfactory. I like them. They look good so far. Hope they don't have any issues. And one thing I might have to come back and modify, which I really hope I don't. The original measurement between the inner and on that side is 40 inches. We came out at 39.5. And the reason being is, I believe these here, these platforms where the hinges go are supposed to be 90 degrees. And we got both of these right at 90. And to do that, we had to push them in just a little bit. I'm hoping it isn't something where I needed to flange this bottom out, weld it, and then bend this top up a little bit to give it a little more space. We'll find out when my hood hinges come in. I ordered some billet ones from Mustangs to Fear the other day, so as soon as those arrive, I'll test fit my hood. Might end up popping some welds on these and redoing them, which I was sketched on doing to begin with, but I don't know, I got impatient and just went ahead and did it because I wanted to have it all primed, but if I have to cut them, then I'm gonna have to reprime anyways. So hopefully they fit all right. But that's where I'm at, guys. I'll see if I can get my roommate to get a clip of me spraying some epoxy on. If anybody doesn't know how to do that already, obviously it's same as paint, just like anything else. But you know, at least it'll be me doing some work. But I'll get a clip whenever it's done at least too, so you can see what it looks like all sprayed black. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, so I didn't get any footage of spraying, which it's not too difficult to spray. It looks like anyone else spraying, so that's nothing special. But anyways, this is it. SPI black epoxy. From top of the dash forward, these side kick panels, firewall, torque boxes, cowl, inner fenders, front radiator support, all coated. Came out pretty good. Got to try out my new DeVilbiss D cups, which are uses this little finagly thing here, and one of these, and little disposable liners. And what it does is seals airtight. Turn it upside down, spray the air out of it, and it allows you to spray upside down. I think 3M makes something similar as well, probably cheaper than those. I didn't find out about them until after I bought them, because pretty much all my stuff's DeVilbiss, so needless to say, I happened to stumble across these things and thought they were awesome and decided to buy them and try them. But they it worked like a champ. The downside is there is a little bit of waste. Like when it gets really low, it does kind of like a tube of toothpaste. If you squeeze the middle, you don't get it all, and you have to like walk it down flat to squeeze every last drop out. So you lose a little bit of paint or primer, whatever you're spraying. And I actually ran out right with like the last little bit to coat. So all I did was disconnect the air, and you can pull the trigger, and they tell you this is how you do it if you have leftover material, because they have these little plugs. You can take the cup off and put these little plugs in it and store the paint. But you take the air off, pull the trigger, it lets the paint run back out of the gun into the cup, and if you grab the cup and flex it out, it'll pull air back into the cup and allow it to expand, so you can turn it back up right, and the paint, a little bit of paint that's left over will run to the bottom, and you can spray the last little bit out. And that's what I had to do. But these are that's just some little cardboard pieces under the washers to keep it from scuffing the epoxy that was on there before. I didn't really paint over those again. I did paint over the tops of these and a little bit there where I've been walking or been stepping on stuff, just to cover up any scratches and to lay an extra coat. I did scuff it. But the things I noticed that I wish I would have noticed earlier before I got ready to spray was, one, I forgot to weld these holes on both sides. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to weld those. So those will have to be welded later on, and obviously ground and repainted. Also, all these little pinholes on the firewall, along with that round hole up to the top right of where my pedals go, that's the original pedal bracket hole. I don't think it'll be necessary, and I don't foresee running anything through there. So that I should have welded up along with all these little pinholes that screws go to, which those are for everything from screws for brackets, brake lines, fuel lines, wire holds, fuse blocks, stuff like that. Things that I could punch holes in the firewall later for. And in looking, it looks like I missed another section down here. Looks like I didn't spray this well. I'll have to come back and hit that again. Figures. Hard to see with this black when you get light glare. Yep, I didn't spray like anything underneath there. You can see that little white spot right here. Yeah, I didn't spray well. So I'll have to come back over and hit that. So that's it though for now. I've still got to cut the holes for the fenders, obviously, in the top of this apron. Still got to fit these, waiting on my hood hinges to come in so I can make sure these rear apron mounts are where they need to be. And I'm sure I'll scratch up some epoxy and mounting those and have to respray that stuff anyways. So anyways, that's it guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll get another video whenever the time comes for either my hood hinges or whenever I get ready to cut these holes. I'll have to lay the fenders up. Well, actually I can't even cut these holes until I get my hood hinges, because I've got to mount the hood and then space the fender where it needs to be, clamp it, mark the holes, and cut them out. Can't do this until I do that, so pretty much I'm on hold, I guess, until those hinges come in. But thanks for watching, guys.